Chosen one, your knowledge comes directly from Source. You are the embodiment of divine knowledge. Have you ever felt a sudden, inexplicable sense of certainty, a deep knowing that transcends logic or learned information, a flash of insight that perfectly illuminates a complex problem, or an intuitive nudge that guides you through a challenging decision, leaving you to wonder, how did I possibly know that? It's a whisper from within, a resonant truth that feels ancient and undeniably yours, yet it didn't come from a book, or a teacher, or even a moment of rational deduction. What if that profound, innate wisdom isn't just a fleeting coincidence, but a direct download, a constant connection to the very source of all creation? What if the deepest knowing you possess, the most profound guidance you receive, originates from a wellspring of divine intelligence that resides not outside of you, but deeply, irrevocably within you? Today we are going to explore a truth so magnificent, so empowering, that it has the power to transform your entire perception of yourself and your place in the universe. We will uncover what it truly means to be a chosen one, not in an exclusive sense, but in the universal truth that your knowledge does come directly from Source, and that you are, in your very essence, an embodiment of divine knowledge. Prepare to awaken to the extraordinary wisdom that has always been your birthright. Let's bravely open our hearts and minds to this profound understanding. And as we embark on this sacred exploration, I humbly invite you to subscribe to our channel, hit that like button to help this empowering message reach more yearning souls, and share this video with anyone who is seeking to unlock their own inner wisdom and divine connection. Your presence and engagement are invaluable and help us amplify this light. When we speak of the chosen one, we are not referring to a select few, set apart from humanity by some arbitrary decree. Instead, we speak of a universal truth that every single soul, every single human being, carries within them a direct, unbroken connection to the divine source, the wellspring of all wisdom, all love, and all creation. A spiritual master understands and embodies this truth so completely that their very existence becomes a living testament to it. Their profound knowing isn't a magical gift bestowed upon them alone. It is the natural result of diligently clearing the channels, of stilling the mind, and of consciously aligning with this inherent divine presence. You are a unique expression of Source, and thus, your deepest knowledge does come directly from that infinite well. The journey of the chosen one is simply the journey of awakening to this undeniable truth within yourself, and in doing so, cultivating the very self-control and fortitude needed to overcome the destructive emotions that often obscure this divine connection. Firstly, the divine knowledge that flows directly from Source manifests as an innate, intuitive understanding of universal truths that transcends logical reasoning. A spiritual master operates from a place of knowing that goes beyond intellectual comprehension. They don't just understand concepts, they embody them. This is the wisdom that whispers to you in moments of quiet contemplation, the gut feeling that guides you even when external evidence contradicts it. It is the deep realization that everything is interconnected, that love is the fundamental law, and that every challenge holds a hidden lesson. This knowledge is accessible because your consciousness is, at its core, a spark of the universal consciousness. To access this, the Master teaches the profound importance of quieting the incessant chatter of the ego mind, the relentless worries, and the distracting external noise. When the mind is still, the destructive emotions of anxiety, doubt, and overthinking, which cloud this intuitive channel, begin to dissipate. This stillness is an act of self-control, a conscious choice to disengage from the outer world's clamor and listen to the inner voice of Source, thus cultivating the fortitude to trust this inner guidance even when it seems unconventional. Indeed, the embodiment of divine knowledge means recognizing that your physical body itself is a sacred vessel for this divine wisdom, a temple for the indwelling spirit. A spiritual master treats their body not merely as a physical shell, but as an integral part of their spiritual journey, understanding that its well-being is intrinsically linked to the clarity of their connection to Source. They know that authentic knowledge isn't just intellectual, it's lived, felt, and expressed through their very being. When you honor your body through mindful movement, conscious nourishment, and attentive rest, you create a clearer conduit for divine energy to flow. Conversely, destructive emotions like self-neglect, addiction, or unresolved stress create blockages that diminish this flow, making it harder to access your innate wisdom. The master demonstrates immense self-control over their physical appetites and impulses, not through harsh deprivation, but through conscious choice born of reverence for this sacred vessel. This cultivation of physical well-being fosters a profound fortitude, grounding the divine knowledge firmly in the earthly realm, making it tangible and actionable. Furthermore, a key aspect of embodying divine knowledge is the profound understanding that self-control is not a limitation, but the ultimate liberation that allows you to hear the divine whispers clearly. The spiritual master exemplifies this truth. They are not ruled by their fleeting impulses, their reactive emotions, or the external desires that plague many. Instead, they demonstrate mastery over their thoughts, feelings, and actions. This self-control isn't about rigid discipline imposed from the outside. It's an inner alignment, a deliberate choice to operate from a place of higher consciousness rather than from the lower vibrations of the ego. Destructive emotions like anger, jealousy, fear, and attachment act as static on the divine channel, distorting the pure signal from source. The master knows that by cultivating detachment from outcomes, by observing emotions without judgment, and by choosing conscious responses over automatic reactions, they create the space for divine knowledge to flow unhindered. This unwavering self-control becomes the foundation of an unshakable fortitude, allowing them to navigate life's challenges with grace and clarity, guided by inner wisdom rather than external chaos. Moreover, the divine knowledge inherent within you includes the deep understanding that fortitude is not the absence of fear or pain, but the unwavering courage to move through them, knowing you are divinely supported. A spiritual master is not immune to life's storms, they simply navigate them differently. Their resilience, their inner strength is born from an absolute trust in the divine plan and their inherent connection to Source. When faced with adversity, they do not crumble into despair or fear. Instead, they tap into an inner wellspring of fortitude, knowing that every challenge is an opportunity for growth, a lesson from the universe, or a pathway to deeper self-awareness. This knowing helps them transmute destructive emotions like victimhood, hopelessness, and paralyzing anxiety into determination and acceptance. They understand that true strength comes from surrender to a higher will, not from fighting against reality. This profound fortitude allows them to serve as a beacon of hope and resilience, demonstrating that even in the darkest valleys, the light of divine knowledge can guide your steps and illuminate your path forward. Perhaps one of the most transformative aspects of this divine knowledge is the unwavering conviction that overcoming destructive emotions is not a battle, but an act of loving liberation that reveals your true essence. Many of us feel overwhelmed by anger, sadness, resentment, or fear, believing these emotions are who we are. But the spiritual master knows these are merely energetic patterns, often rooted in past wounds or egoic attachments. They teach that rather than fighting these emotions, we can observe them, understand their messages, and lovingly release them. This is not suppression, it is transmutation. They embody the wisdom that every emotion carries information, and once acknowledged, its grip loosens. This understanding of emotional alchemy allows them to remain calm amidst provocation, compassionate in the face of injustice, and grounded in moments of loss. By consciously choosing love, forgiveness, and acceptance over judgment, blame, and fear, they dissolve the very blockages that prevent the free flow of divine knowledge, demonstrating that true spiritual mastery is intimately tied to emotional mastery, allowing you to embody your divine wisdom unburdened by inner turmoil. Furthermore, the embodiment of divine knowledge means embracing the profound truth of interconnectedness, the understanding that all beings are part of the same divine tapestry, woven from the same light of Source. A spiritual master lives from a place of universal love and compassion. They instinctively recognize the divine spark within every individual, regardless of their external appearance or actions. This knowing dissolves the destructive emotions of judgment, prejudice, and separation, replacing them with profound empathy and a desire for collective well-being. They understand that what affects one affects all, and that true healing occurs when we extend kindness and understanding to every facet of creation. This recognition fosters a boundless love that transcends egoic boundaries, cultivating a deep sense of peace and purpose, reinforcing the fortitude to act from compassion even when faced with discord. Seventh, divine knowledge reveals the liberating truth of impermanence and detachment, understanding that clinging to outcomes or resisting change is the root of most suffering. The spiritual master navigates life with a profound acceptance of its transient nature. They know that all things, relationships, possessions, even physical life itself, are impermanent. This isn't a cynical view, but a liberating one. By understanding that everything is in a constant state of flux, they cultivate detachment from outcomes, not from caring but from clinging. This helps them overcome the destructive emotions of fear of loss, anxiety about the future, and intense grief that stems from resistance to change. They teach that true peace lies in aligning with the flow of life, embracing transitions with grace, and finding inner stability that transcends external circumstances. This knowing fuels an unshakable fortitude, allowing them to release control and trust in the larger divine orchestration, knowing that the essence of life is constant, benevolent transformation. Moreover, embodying divine knowledge provides a clear sense of divine purpose and the profound joy found in selfless service. A spiritual master doesn't wander through life aimlessly. Their actions are guided by an innate understanding of their higher purpose, a calling to serve humanity and the planet. This purpose isn't externally dictated, it arises from the deep wisdom accessed through their source connection. This clear sense of direction helps them overcome destructive emotions like apathy, confusion, and feelings of insignificance. They understand that true fulfillment comes not from selfish pursuits, but from aligning their will with the divine will, offering their unique gifts for the highest good. This knowing cultivates immense self-control, as their choices are always directed towards their higher purpose, and builds an unyielding fortitude, allowing them to persist in their mission even in the face of great challenges, knowing they are merely instruments of a greater plan. Finally, the most beautiful aspect of embodying divine knowledge is the understanding that this is not a destination, but a continuous, unfolding journey of awakening. The chosen one is not someone who has completed their journey, but one who has consciously chosen to embark upon it, to continually learn, grow, and deepen their connection to Source. A spiritual master demonstrates this ongoing commitment to self-mastery and continuous spiritual evolution. They are humble students of life, always open to new insights, always refining their understanding, and always seeking to expand their capacity for love and wisdom. This knowing eradicates the destructive emotions of spiritual pride, stagnation, and judgment. It fosters a boundless curiosity and a gentle patience with oneself and others, recognizing that everyone is on their own unique path, steadily moving towards the same ultimate truth. This humility and commitment reinforce both self-control and fortitude, ensuring a lifetime of growth and deepening embodiment of the divine wisdom that flows perpetually from Source. So when you experience that unbidden knowing, that intuitive flash, that inner certainty that feels like a whisper from the cosmos, understand that it is indeed a direct message from Source. You are not just receiving knowledge, you are a living, breathing conduit for it, an embodiment of divine wisdom waiting to be fully realized. If this profound message has resonated deeply within your being, if it has stirred a knowing in your heart, then embrace this truth. You are, and always have been, connected to the source of all wisdom. Your journey to becoming a full embodiment of divine knowledge is one of conscious choice, of nurturing your inner world, and of diligently practicing self-control and cultivating unwavering fortitude. By bravely facing and transmuting destructive emotions, you clear the path for this sacred wisdom to flow through you, guiding your steps and illuminating your way. Thank you for tuning in today, for opening your heart to these ancient truths, and for embarking on this incredible journey of self-discovery and spiritual awakening. If this message has touched your soul, please consider subscribing to our channel, liking this video, leaving a comment below to share your own insights and experiences, and sharing this with anyone who needs to be reminded of the divine wisdom within them. Your unique light is needed in the world. Outro music fades in and up.